Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. And here's Messi. Lovely, now then. Cafu. Oh, that is a nice touch. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does, the perfect blend of power, of pace, and it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
And here's Hullet, and he's shapes to shoot! That's really well cleared. Ribery. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And this is Bebeto, and Bebeto! That's another chance! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, given away. No goals as yet. McTominay. Now Howson. And it's McTominay. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Messi. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And they've got rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Van Basten. Bebeto. And he shoots! It's in! First blood drawn. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Melbourne City have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And here's Messi. Rummenigge. Chance! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. No outsmarting him this time. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rijkaard. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yaya Toure. Howson. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Played back in. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, he's been caught napping! Neymar. So, what can they make of this? Chooses to go cross-field. And it's Yaya Toure. Oh, they could be caught out here! Bebeto. And he's found a way past. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's there to belt it away. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Bullet! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cafu goes short. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Opts for safety. Neymar. Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Messi. Now it's Hullet. Real chance here. And this is Messi. Goes for a shot! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Spread out to the left. Roberto Baggio. Now that's well seen too.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Rummenigge. And this is Neymar. Neymar! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Cafu. Cafu going face-to-face with his great rival.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And it's Ribéry. Ribéry goes on a charge down the left. Not the most accurate pass. Bebeto is flagged offside.
Melbourne City really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Roberto Baggio. Rijkaard. Bebeto. He's tried one! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is the time you need that pace.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And now he has two. This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected.
And Messi! Thuram attempts a clearance. I'll keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Jeff Chiba really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So, third corner of the game.
Substitutions taking place.
Cafu with the short one. Backward it goes. Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. Adams simply refused to be outdone there. Ball's played through. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Now, can they get him away?
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And here's Ibrahimovic. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Marquinhos. Just 5 minutes left. Adams. Right card.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Right card. Looking to play him in. Roberto Baggio. And the finish! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Melbourne City complete their comeback, and now they own... And that is as far as it goes. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. Roberto Carlos has given away a free kick. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some...
And the shot! It's fallen kindly here! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. McTominay. Cafu. McTominay. And it's Roberto Carlos. To Messi. Yaya Toure. And it's McTominay. Roberto Carlos. Plays the return pass. Now Howson. passing is crisp and sharp. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Tonali.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Messi. Can he get it through? Howson plays it all the way forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has ended up in no man's land. And that's put paid to a promising move. Roberto Carlos. Batistuta looking to add to his goal. And this is Bojan. Knocks it into space. Zanetti has it in a wide position. Zanetti made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Cafu. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Just eases him off the ball. Roberto Carlos cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, super find. Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Davids. 30 minutes gone. Bojan. This is promising. Yaya Toure. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. And here's Hullet. Cafu. Roberto Carlos. Now Howson. Oh, he's been caught napping. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Howson. And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. 5 minutes till the break. Showing great feet there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Batistuta. Neymar. Rummenigge. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davids. Rijkaard. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are back underway.
Jeff, Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. He's a sharp little ball here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Batistuta gets into a good position. He has found the way through. Batistuta's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. And it's Rijkaard. Mateus. Deep cross.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
This looks promising. Great chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Now it's Hullet. Cafu. Throw in. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Rijkaard. And they're back on the ball again. Cafu. And it's Neymar.
Jeff Chiba really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti. Now Tonali. Inter Milan, looking to pass their way through. And the flag has... Messi! Messi made a good run there. Caceres. Davids. Now it's Bojan. Yaya Toure gives no quarter whatsoever. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now, can they get him away? And this is Bojan, and he's managed to get free. And he knocks it clear.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Howson. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Rui Costa. Oh, this looks sharp. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus. Davids. Oh, can he get onto this? So that's it. It is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defence.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Evident relief all round. They dodged a bullet here. And he's had it nicked away.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I'll say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
And here's Hullet. And this is Hullet. Roberto Carlos. Howson. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's Hullet. Nice-looking ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Xavi Alonso. So it is still 0-0. Antonetti. Japan are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Showing good feet. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Howson. Yaya Toure. And it's Roberto Carlos. Howson. Some good persistent defending here. And it's Yaya Toure. It's Roberto Carlos. It's a really well-measured ball. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's picked his way through. Messi. Mitoma. Rummenigge. Messi. Messi purring through the gears. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cafu plays it short. Japan are looking to go forward now. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Knocks it into space. Yaya Toure! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. First blood drawn. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now, can they get him away? Bellingham, oh, he's got a sight of goal. Bellingham!
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well-timed, excellent interception. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. There's the shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Ronaldo with the short one. Hazard with the delivery. And he knocks it clear.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Would the owner of a blue car parked outside the stadium gate kindly remove it, as it is about to be towed away? Please welcome everyone, our lads!
Here we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Looking for the run. And this is Hullet. Shoots! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So what's your view on that goal then?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
It's played through for him. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And this is Hullet. And he's on his way. Cannavaro gets a foot in here. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tries to play it through. Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Cafu goes short. Mitoma! And now a sudden chance to counter. Cannavaro. And it's Azar. Azar goes on a run down the left wing. Yaya Toure. Hullet chasing after it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Owen. And this is... And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's going to go a long way. Howson. And it's Cannavaro. Hazard. Looking for options for... Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Roberto Carlos. Now Howson. Roberto Carlos. And that could set him on his way. Tries to get it clear. Mitoma. And it's Messi. And he's forced to go back. More and more pressure on the ball here. Yaya Toure. Here's Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure. Closing in on goal.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's a little off target. Yaya Toure. And the pass is intercepted. Time and again they are repelled. Roberto Carlos. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Flings in across.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
Japan have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
He's a sharp little ball here. Lovely feet. Gets a good foot in there.
There will be 1
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Roberto Carlos is eyeing up his options in the middle.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And that may well be that. That is that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Yaya Toure claiming the Man of the Match award. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Belletti. Shevchenko, out to the right. Roberto Carlos for Yaya Toure. And here's Hullet, and that's a dangerous ball. And he's straight offside. Belletti. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. He has a look up. Well, there's the clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Cafu. Mitoma. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko, this is promising. And he's surging through. Bullish header! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Roberto Carlos. Rummenigge. Rummenigge will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And this is Messi, and this is Hullet. Opts to play it back. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Still goalless at the moment. Chiellini. Arsenal looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive.
Decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Olise simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived. And boy, did he hit it.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Tries a shot! Tries to get it clear. Olise. Some good work on the right flank here. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Olise really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And it's Messi. Cafu. Cafu purring through the gears. Shapes to shoot! And that has been cleared. In towards the back stick. Rashford is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Howson. Cafu. Yaya Toure. Here's Roberto Carlos. Pull it, and he's running through. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And this is Hullet.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are back on the way.
Jeff, Chiba really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Goes down, but nothing given. Chiellini. Raul. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Baresi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Raul. And it's Messi. Pull it. Rummenigge stood his ground strongly. Roberto Carlos under intense pressure.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Elise's cross. Scholes plays it short. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Almost an hour gone. Oh, that's a key interception. Belletti. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Scholes. And it's made its way to him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Cafu. Tries to pass it through. He's got away. Just eases him off the ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Scholes. And Adams. And it's Belletti. Great vision. Turns and goes. Roll! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Raul actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Substitutions taking place.
Scholes goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Into the last quarter of an hour. Steaming on goal, and he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Scholes. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Shevchenko. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 6, Scholes. Coming on the field is
Shevchenko!
Kukcu.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
So there's going to be another change here.
Substitution.
And that pass just didn't quite work. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Cruyff. Passes short and sharp. Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Has been indicated.
Rijkaard. And that has left him in a heap. And time is up. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, after all of that, Jim... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. He's had a shot!
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
And nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Howson. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Mbappe! Oh, good spread. Now it's Kubo. Showing good feet. Kubo's cross. It's out for a goal kick. Howson. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Messi. For Messi. Howson. And it's Roberto Carlos. Thinks about the shot. Messi! Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. So much time. Tries a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shoots! Goal! Manchester United! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And this is Gullit. Roberto Carlos. Played out wide.
Jeff Chiba really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's really well cleared. Works it forward. And it's Roberto Carlos. Howson is the team's great visionary. Pass is coming off in quick... And it! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Bullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Manchester United look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any...
Kubo! Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Howson. It's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Howson. Here's Roberto Carlos. Howson.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now Howson. Yaya Toure. Cafu. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And now the breakaway. Zanetti. Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. That's a shade optimistic. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Plays it in low.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we are back underway.
Jeff Chiba really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Looking for the run, and he welcomes it in. Howson. Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Yaya Toure. Howson. For Yaya Toure. Messi. Now Howson. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Yaya Toure. Some really good ball movement. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Mbappe shapes to shoot. They've done it. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, how's that for a class? And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Belletti. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Delicate ball, and he rises! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Antoine Griezmann, do we still consider him, Jim, the face of French football?
Yeah, I think there's some room for debate here, Peter, but I can't think of anyone who has a more versatile style of play.
And he's just won so much, hasn't he? He might have had his fair share of disappointments in various finals, but he did win the tournament that really mattered back in 2018.
And he was outstanding in the final, an assist and a very controversial penalty.
Of course, that's right, one of the first significant penalties to be given as a result of a video-assisted review. Yaya Toure. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Very nicely done. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Hernes. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Neymar is in a really good position out wide. He is just caressing the ball. The ball has bounced loose now. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. So it is still 0-0. Yaya Toure. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. It's a threatening shot at goal! And he's done it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Jeff Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now, can they get him away? Fires it in low. Now he's off and running. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Look at the space here. Pass somewhat off target. Griezmann. And here's Van Basten. Now it's Messi. Mohamed Salah.
Jeff Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now he's had it taken off him. Kukçu. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Deliver. Chance! Van Basten finds himself offside. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Messi. And the shot! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward. Van Basten! And it's come back out to him. And he's done it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And hostilities have resumed at the start. Chance for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Jeff Chiba certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. This looks promising. Roberto Carlos. That is lovely. And it's Neymar. Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Hoeneß will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Van Basten. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Neymar. Howson. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hullet. He's being urged to shoot. Chance, surely! It's there! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be a...
Oh, smashing header! They've scored! And again they hit the front. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Gets a good foot in there. Thuram. And it's Belletti. Spread neatly.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Messi.
Iniesta.
Number 25,
And he's forced to go back.
Neymar. Number 13,
McTominay.
Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 4, Gullit. Coming on the field.
Just a
number
quarter of an hour to
23,
play.
Rui Costa. Number 9,
Now Yaya Toure.
number 21, Filippo Inzaghi.
Howson.
Number 11,
And it's Rui Costa.
Ibrahimovic.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Rui Costa. Played back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
It's Roberto Carlos. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Howson. And this is Iniesta.
Jeff Chiba really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Van Basten. He's in a great position here. Griezmann touches it back. Messi. Oh, this is a terrific run. Mohamed Salah. He's got a... And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Kukçu. Zanetti. Maldini. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Jeff Chiba desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And a quick reminder today, everybody.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Cafu goes short. Messi. Good read, needed to be. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Stoichkov. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Big header! It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's Messi. Lovely bit of skill. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cafu plays it short. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Fired deep. He rises! And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence.
Jeff Chiba really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Howson. Mitoma. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Cafu might just make this. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Messi. He's on it. Can he get it? And Hullet! Tries to get it clear. Mitoma. It's Roberto Carlos. Cafu. Hullet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Mendieta. And it's Pedri. Mbappe. Here's Roberto Carlos. That's an imaginative pass. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Yaya Toure. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pedri. That's a little off target. Great ball, and he's in here. Roberto Carlos. And it's Pedri. Ball played for Mendieta. Baresi. No, he just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Yaya Toure. Cafu. Now it's Hullet. Messi. No, it's come to nothing. Mendieta gets it clear. So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And it's made its way to him. Mitoma! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Cafu with the short one. Backward it goes. Goes for a shot! Same again, same outcome. Now it's Hullet. And now the breakaway. He's picked his way through. Big chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They're up to 5 corners now. They've played it short. This looks promising. Crosses it. Mitoma! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Roberto Carlos to Messi. Howson. Back towards the middle. Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Yaya Toure. Now there's a fine ball. Rummenigge! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This possibly the last play of the half. Cafu goes short. Rummenigge! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Jeff Chiba would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Howson is there, and he can pick it up. That has been slung wide. Great vision. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Out to the left it goes.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's surging through. Oh, that's neat. And it's Messi. And he's chosen to go back. Roberto Carlos. Howson is always looking to break lines. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Hullet. And Hullet! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Roberto Carlos! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lazio appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Chance, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Pedri. Mendieta. Cafu. Ball played for Mendieta. Pedri. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Oh, this is a terrific... It's Roberto! That's another chance! Goal! Lazio! Into into the lead once more. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Lazio get themselves into the lead. Roberto Carlos. Cafu. Yaya Toure. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Danger averted for now. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pressing high and with purpose. Stoichkov. It's Pedri. Well, that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball if he can get there. Showing good feet.
Jeff, Chiba really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He tried running through him, but he was not having it. Chance for a shot!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nice looking ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it again. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Hullet.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Rummenigge proves just a little bit too strong. Howson. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And this is Hullet. Roberto Carlos. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And it's Messi. Mendieta. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere, and I think football won this time.
So, just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's in a great position here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Howson. And it's Yaya Toure. Stojkovic. Oh, what a ball! And he's found... It's Inzaghi! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Zanetti. And it's Kane. Can he get on the end of this? He's being urged to shoot. Stojkovic. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Rummenigge. Mitoma is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. McTominay. For Yaya Toure. And it's Messi. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. De Bruyne couldn't squeeze it through. McTominay. Cafu turns back here, probably the best option. Howson. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's on it, can he get away? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Beckenbauer. And it's Belletti. Pass somewhat off target. Yaya Toure. Cafu. And it's Yaya Toure. Pullet. Played out to the left flank. And he whips it in. Zanetti. Now De Bruyne. And it's Zanetti. And it's Xavi Alonso. De Bruyne. Played it early. Terrific header! Harmlessly behind. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Kane. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Yaya Toure. Messi. Now Howson. And it's Yaya Toure. Cafu. And it's Messi. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! A really close shave and the last action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well seen, saw that coming. Filippo Inzaghi. Now it's Inzaghi. Kane. It's Belletti. And he cuts out the supply. Yaya Toure. So what can they make of this? Pressing high and with purpose. Cafu. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Xavi Alonso. Messi. And here's Hullet. Rijkaard. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Stojkovic. And it's Inzaghi. So we've reached the hour mark. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's in plenty of space here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Zanetti. Cannavaro. And it's Zanetti. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. McTominay did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mitoma. Rummenigge. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Xavi Alonso. It's Belletti. And it's Zanetti. Threads one in. Look at the space here. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
They've played it short. Now it's Cruyff. And he shoots!
Messi.
And he's really put himself on the line here.
Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 11, Ibrahimovic.
Corner number 2 then.
Number 23, Rui Costa.
And it's been taken short. Roberto Carlos! Now that is commitment to the cause. So, third corner of the game. Cafu with the short one. And a shot! Goal! And late in the day, a telling moment.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option.
Stojkovic! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Tries to pass it through. And he's forced to go back. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. McTominay. Cafu. Now Yaya Toure.
That's going in strongly.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution in progress.
And it's Kane. Played out towards the right wing. Now here's the delivery. McTominay attempts a clearance.
Nagoya Grampus really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Cafu.
3 minutes added time.
Great vision. Rui Costa providing an outlet on that flank. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Roberto Carlos.